do us a favor and just start out by introducing yourself, your name, and where you're from, and what team you're fighting out of?
My name is Claire Guthrie. I'm from St. Joseph, Michigan, but I train with Elevation Fight Team out of Denver, Colorado.
Very nice. Talk to us about your journey, the kind of what got you going down this path of a professional fighter.
Okay, I'll give you the semi-short version of it. So I was a really nice, shy kid, but I was really aggressive when it came to sports. So my parents had a 2-sport rule just to kind of keep me out of trouble. I played volleyball, basketball, track, soccer, softball. I just kind of dabbled in everything. And then when I was in grade school, I was one of the kids that hit puberty way before everybody else. So it was the sweat, the acne, the training bras, everything. And I got really insecure. It ended up making me like a target for bullying. And I didn't know how to use my words. And so that aggression that I had in sports is just kind of how I solved the bullying. So I just started, kind of being violent. And that's really what made it stop. And so then later on when I was a teen and I found MMA, it just was like I got to use everything. I got to get the aggression out. I got to be really aggressive. I mean, it just was a really good fit. I was really athletic. It just fit like a glove.
Did you know right away, this is not just going to be a hobby for me, but this is something I can make a living at?
I didn't know that. I knew I was going to get to beat some people up, and I knew that felt really good. But I didn't know that I could be a pro athlete in any way. I didn't know that was the option for me. I also, when I was a kid, I was always like, I'm going to work in an office. And I thought that was so exciting. I do work in an office, actually, but now I'm also fighting.
It was accountant, right? Is that the day job?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, accountant and professional fighter. That seems like kind of a weird balance, right?
Yep, smashing numbers by day and faces by night.
So listen, do you have to take time off from that? Do you have to quit the job to be here, or how'd that go?
My boss is really awesome. So when I moved to Colorado, I was coming from corporate accounting, and I knew that was not what I wanted to do anymore. So when I was interviewing for jobs, I just told everyone, I was like, look, I'm here to fight, and I just need a job that will support that. And I found a perfect fit. So my boss is super supportive. And right when I called him and told him about the opportunity, it wasn't even a question. He was like, okay, well, I'll take care of this, and so will take care of this, and this is awesome. So yeah, I'm very, very lucky.
That's fantastic. The Ultimate Fighter, did you watch it? I mean, were you a fan of the show?
I did. When I was in high school, I watched Rousey and Tate's season. So very cool, very, very cool now having Pena as one of the coaches. And, I also trained with Raquel Pennington. So just 2 people from that first season that I watched. I didn't know I was going to get the opportunity to be on it, but here I am.
Was it a no-brainer for you when the opportunity came up? I mean, obviously there's different ways to get into the UFC, but was this an automatic yes, or was it something you had to weigh out?
It was, so when I found it, when this opportunity came in December, I actually found out about it on the last day that you were able to turn in the application. So I had to make a lot of lifestyle changes for sure, because I had thought previously, I was like, man, that's one of the harder ways to get into the UFC, I thought, But then again, having so many teammates who've been on it, I really see that they're all very strong-minded, and it seems like this is a really good experience for everyone who's on it. So yeah, as soon as it came around this time and it was flyweight, I knew it was my time.
That's awesome. Did they give you any advice in terms of how to, I guess, keep your sanity in here or to be successful in the house?
It's just a lot of that. Be yourself, journal. Be a sponge. Just take in every experience. Talk to people, build relationships, and just pedal to the metal, take advantage of everything.
Well, nice. How do you look at this opportunity, right? Because you're still young in your career. I mean, it's not if I don't make it here, that's that, So, I mean, are you looking at this as an important moment, kind of a make or break thing, or is it just part of the journey? What is this for you?
It's definitely a part of the journey. I was well aware that I was going to be in the UFC no matter what. I knew it was coming, but given this opportunity, it's definitely still important. It's not just I'll get there anyway. I'm going to be the next Ultimate Fighter. I'm really geeked to just take full advantage.
That's awesome. Last thing for me, I guess, what should we expect out of you on the show? I mean, people haven't seen you compete before, whether it be you as a fighter, whether it be you as a person, as a personality. What can we expect out of you?
Oh, man. I'm really loud, so people know that pretty quickly. I don't ever stop talking. Yeah, I think I'm going to be really entertaining as far as the show goes. And, I'm just really nice. And then as soon as I get into the cage, I'm really freaking mean. So I think, people can just expect a lot of violence. I mean, I have a gas tank, like I'll be pushing it. I mean, you know, I'm going for finishes every time, but like I'm relentless for 3 rounds.
Good. Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, cool. So another thing I just wanted to bring up too is, so I'd gone to a psychic 2 years ago, first time ever, right? And she had told me that if I didn't step up on a professional level, that in 2 years I was going to miss my opportunity. And so I'd been kind of waiting, you know, for this time of year to come around, and then 2 years, like to the day, basically, I found out about the Ultimate Fighter. So I'm very convinced that like this is written in the stars for me. This is that opportunity. And I'm just really happy to be here.
That's amazing. So is this something you put stock into ahead of time, or were you just like, I mean, you know, some people get psychic, like, what?
Oh man, I was at a really weird point in my life 2 years ago, and I was going through a divorce and things like that. And I had a friend who was like, "I'm having a psychic party. You're coming. I'm going to pay for you. You're going to be here." And I was like, "All right." So I went and I sat down. It was me and like 6 other friends, and she just went to each person. And everything she told me just was like very, like it all made sense. It all made a lot of sense. And yeah, and I did, because of the other things that had played out, I did take some stock in this. Yeah, I was expecting something in 2 years, and then I was ready for it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that. It's awesome.
Thanks.